Hi, I'm Jennifer, and I want to talk to you about my trip to Peru a few years ago. In July 2008, I traveled to Peru with a company called United Planet. Perhaps you've heard of Machu Picchu. Here I am at the top of Machu Picchu. It is beautiful. In the city of Cusco, I met many hardworking people and some families that did not have much money. People would celebrate or protest in the street, trying to get more money for their jobs. There were also some very steep streets to walk up. Every day for 3 weeks, I took a bus to a little town 20 minutes outside of Cusco, and I worked in this little schoolhouse. Yes, this is a school. It's very simple, up on a hill, just a roof, some windows, beautiful around it. There would even be animals like this pig that would stroll in and outside the school. To get to the school, I crossed these train tracks and this little stream of trash and sewage. Inside the schoolhouse, there was no running water. But the kids didn't seem to mind. You can see they were all eager to learn and play with the volunteers. As volunteers, we helped them with their homework, and even though we didn't speak much of their native language of either Spanish or Quechua, we learned from each other. You can also see that the students range in ages from about 2 to 14. They would get little snacks, we would laugh whenever possible, and we would just have a good time together. Most of the kids worked really hard on their projects and their homework. But I think their favorite part was being outside. Outside, the girls got to play volleyball while the boys played soccer. I never quite understood why the girls couldn't play soccer, but they still had fun. The ball would often roll down the hill and we would have to chase it, and then come back for a nice group picture. Other times we would play games like Duck, Duck, Goose. The kids absolutely loved it. I think what the kids liked most of all was getting their picture taken. I would take pictures and show them on the little screen on the digital camera, and then they would ask to take their picture again. They simply couldn't get enough of it. So as you look at these children, you might think that they're just like you, and there are a lot of similarities. They love pop music, they love soccer, they like to get fancy clothes, but they often can't afford them. One thing they don't have is a lot of books to read at home, so they look forward to reading and learning how to read at the center. They also don't have iPods or Xboxes, but again, they have their soccer balls and they love to play. Many of their parents don't know how to read and write, so the students are trying to work extra hard, and some of them go home and teach their parents. Some of them may look like they need a bath, and that's normal for this group, because a lot of them don't have the running water at home like we have. And if they do, it's very cold showers. You see, they like lollipops, any sorts of treats. They're just like you and me. They just might not have as many opportunities. Despite not having much money, many children love to celebrate their education. This is a national education parade with students from all sorts of schools celebrating in the streets of Cusco. Some of them do have fancy uniforms. Most of the students that I worked with could not afford these, but they would attend these ceremonies and cheer on their friends. Some of them were very, very cute, as you probably can see in the pictures. There are some nurses, some future nurses. And there's a lady with a traditional Peru braid that I liked. Up on the hillside, it says, "Live Peru," long live Peru. And here we are back at the school toward my final days there with the kids again wanting to get their pictures taken, wanting to play with as many things as possible, just enjoying simple pleasures in life, which we all should find some simple pleasures. He's a very proud student. He was proud of his work that he had done. And these girls loved to get their hugs, and they even braided my hair back when I had long hair, which I had forgotten all about. These last few pictures I remember are my final day, and again the smiles tell it all. They love having visitors. They don't realize what life is like in other countries. And unfortunately, many will be stuck in what is known as poverty, where they don't have enough money. But if they continue to work hard and really study and learn to read and write, they will be successful. And regardless, they will always find a reason to smile.